Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Celebrity Cars. We're located in Las Vegas. You come here on vacation, you should come see us. We've got a lot of neat stuff in here. It's pretty darn cool. Tupac's car up front, got Al Capone's 1928 bulletproof Cadillac back in the corner, and a bunch of wide array of exotics and muscle and just about anything you can think of. We can always help you out. And you could just come check out the cars too. It'll be a lot of fun for you and the family. You've clicked on 2021 Ferrari F8 Spider. Yes, I said 2021. The odometer currently shows just a couple clicks over 3,600. And I haven't had a chance to crawl around this car and find out its overall condition. I would presume it's in pretty darn good condition, especially walking around it and seeing what I'm seeing right now. But that's why I'm here. I'm your living, breathing condition report, folks. The days of walking around a car for 2.5 minutes and saying, here's your video, no longer work. So we've decided to bring you a little closer to the condition of our cars, not just this one, but up to date, about 250 others we've done this. So this video will be at least 15 to 20 minutes long, and we're going to go over the wheels. We're going to go over each fender. We're going to look at the interior. We're going to look at the engine. We're going to make sure the top goes up and down. And we're very lucky to have this car in here. It's extra special. It'll take your breath away and leave you speechless from time to time. Come on up front. We'll get started with the nose cone. We're going to make sure that we haven't scraped against any curbs. If it has happened, how bad did it happen? And so on and so forth. So what I do normally in a supercar like this, I run my hand underneath the entire front nose to see if it met a driveway or a curb or any of those things. And it's not very often that I do that, and I don't find at least a little bit of a scratch. Well, I just did that, and it's all very smooth, a hair dusty, but it's all very smooth and just about perfect under there. Now, what else I like to focus on too, especially because this is a very fancy Ferrari, we want to look at the paint in the nose in particular, like how many rock chips are in it, does it have a clear bra on it, all these things. And the answer to this particular model is yes. There's a lot of clear bra on this car, folks. I can't see it. I'd have to use my fingers and feel around on every edge to make sure that there's a clear bra on here where I say it is and where I say it isn't, so on and so forth. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to look into a couple locations here just to make sure I do know what I'm talking about. So yes, there is a ton of clear bra all across the front. The grates, the air grates in the front, the logo up front, the headlights, all of it so far, so good. I don't see any blemish. And if there is anything, it's probably just a small bug. But like I said, there is a clear bra over the entire front. That we would be having a different story if this had 50,000 miles on it and there was a rock chip and did it get through the clear bra? No, none of these things. So this couldn't be prettier. I am not comfortable with seeing locations that might be a scratch or might not and touching it with my finger. So as Quincy, if you could do me the favor of just starting to get a little closer and to focus in on that nose and maybe the headlight while I go get a rag, because I don't want to touch that thing. Okay, so, talking to you guys, I found a little smudge. I wanted to make sure it was just a smudge, and it was just a smudge. Okay, that's it. Pretty important. Every square inch of this car, I'm going to make sure you're comfortable with your purchase, if that's why you're watching this video. Front wheel, passenger, tire looks terrific. Caliper looks terrific. I see no curb rash whatsoever. Nice shiny rim. flat black in the middle, super beautiful. And look at the size of that brake. That's just unreal. Okay, this lower fairing down here, aerodynamics, spoilers, all nice and shiny black all the way across the bottom. Nobody drove into a curb by accident making a left. This is all sharp and nice, nothing hit here. Clean all the way into the back, looks terrific. While we're on our way down the side of the car, I'm going to make sure nothing flew up onto the side of the car that created a chip or ding. I feel lots of clear bra once again. I don't know if there's clear bra on this door, but that's something that you could give us a call about. All of this is beautiful red paint down here. Nice and smooth. Nobody's pulled up against anything down here. Scraped it against anything. That's good. The door handle looks good. I don't see any marks from anybody climbing in and out. Carbon fiber up here. That's great. Still looks new. Rear wheel and tire. Passenger side. Super nice and clean. Just, 2021, folks. 3,600 miles. There's not going to be a whole lot wrong with this car, but all right. Down here, this rear diffuser. I'm going to say that there's a very small, itty-bitty, backed into something here, but there's no splitting in this diffuser wing, if you will. It's not as clean as I wanted it to be, but there is a little itty bit, just the size of the middle of my pointer finger. I'm just letting you know about it. If you guys are particular about your Ferraris, you got every right to be. Nothing along here. Okay, this has scraped. The way it feels is that it was kind of heading up a hill, and this. The back end of the car just kind of dragged a little. But this is not broken. This is all still one piece, but it's just been scraped down here just a tad. It's very interesting. Very light. Now that I've gone through this whole thing, I'm thinking it went over the top of a curb and maybe just wound up in a little bit of grass. So therefore, it just gave a small, very small abrasion on the bottom of each one of these. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just being clear. All these are strong, sturdy. None of them have any chunks taken out of them. It's just a slight grazing on the very bottom. Okay. Like I said, I hadn't started looking at this car yet, folks. You guys you're looking at it together with me, so you can see how we dissect things around here. I know that's just a bug. I'll get that off later. Folks, this is just gorgeous back here. This red paint is exactly the way you'd want it to be. I'm looking at reflections of our fancy lights in the ceiling and the skylights, and it's a mirror. It's not, it's a mirror. It's really sharp. I'm going to work my way up the driver's side. This rear wheel and tire looks good. No curb rash. Looks just as good as the rest of them. That's great news. This whole fender. Little piece of grass. Carbon fiber. Great. All of it wonderful. Just a bunch of just a sea of red. All nice under here, just a little dusty. This is all good. No chips up underneath the door. The driver's side, the door handle is wonderful. You stick your arm out of the car, it rests on the paint here and kind of bangs it up. There's nothing, it's beautiful. Keep your arms inside. I didn't look at the other side mirror, but I presume it's good. This one's in fabulous shape, and there's plenty of clear bra protecting it. Front driver's side, wheel, tire. Oh, okay. Is that a horse? That's a horse. How about that? Oh man, I was like, really, a bubble in the paint? Okay, there's a horse down here, folks. Don't forget to feed the horse down here. That's a new one for me. Isn't that cool? How about that? Okay. We've already looked at the nose. Let's look down on top of the hood and down on top of the windshield and the roof, the retractable roof. Spider. It's a beautiful reflection, and it's very apparent via that reflection that there's a clear bra on this entire nose. So there you go. It's called protection. Absolute protection. Okay. It's your VIN number right here. Beautiful windshield. That's just a bug. Okay. Look at that. Nothing. Look at the top of the dashboard too, if you will. You can see it's nice and clean. There's no cracks, abrasions, stains. Nobody put their soda can up there. We're in good shape. All right, since we're about to retract this top, we want to make sure that this looks all nice. And once again, almost in as new condition. No, as new condition. I believe this had never been given to anyone, for sure. Carbon fiber, the engine compartment. This is dreamy, folks. It's even difficult to talk about as we walk around. It's the design, and it's just an amazing ride. It is really difficult to talk about this car, especially saying anything bad about it. It's wonderful. Okay. Well, now that we've seen the external part of the car, we've looked at the nose, the rear, all the fenders, all the quarter panels. We don't have any dings. We don't have any scratches anywhere. We've got a little bit of a abrasion on the rear diffuser down there, but it's very, very mild. Somebody's backyard. I'm going to open up the driver's side door. I'm going to open up the passenger side door too, because I can. Okay, well, I'm going to hop in and put this top down. The 575M did something very similar. Pretty darn cool. This is about the coolest automobile ever made, I think. The odometer shows 3,641 miles. All the gauges look good. Check engine light is not on. It's just on because of where we have the ignition at the moment. All the settings, all the buttons, everything's lighting up really pretty. The red leather in here, the black leather in here, the red stitching on the black leather on the dash. It's just shocking. Spaceship. Worth every penny of this vehicle. I'm going to start it real quick. You want to go back there and listen to the exhaust sound? Now look, I ran this car, folks, not that long ago, so it's not going to be loud and scream at you. It's not really loud and scream at you when you start it cold, but it definitely has a grr. If you you could come on back in here, Quincy. Let's get a good look at the dashboard again. Just to show that check engine light is not on. Everything in here is as normal as can be. And I was wrong. I'm sorry, I was wrong. That was very growly the whole time, even though it was warmed up. Okay, it does substantially quiet down after everything wakes up properly and does its thing. But that was a really cool sound just now. That was awesome. If you look inside the door jambs, folks, it's as clean as the day it left the assembly line over there in Italy. Same thing as the passenger side door. Super red, super clean, super beautiful. Everything is just gorgeous. Rear view mirror. It's what dreams are made of in an automobile. Just real quick, yes, power everything, the seats over here. The normal bolster, I go over this with every video, with everyone, with every car, 80,000 miles to 10 miles. People climb in and out of here. This is how you get in and out of the car. A lot of people rely on this to know where they are, where they're sitting in the seat. When they do that, they kind of beat this bolster up here. You all know it, you all seen it. It all of a sudden it's there and you didn't even know you were doing it. It's in wonderful shape. No one's done anything wrong here. Nobody's got in it weird. All the stitching is intact. And again, it looks pretty darn new. Doors, everything's good. Everything's good. I'm gonna leave that door open. This is gonna be about the extent you're gonna see of the motor today. But if you get a good look in there, a couple feet back, you can see how shiny all the mechanicals of this Ferrari are. And how well kept it's been. Hasn't been around that long, has it? Amazing ride. Now listen. We don't need to go for, oh yeah, we're gonna go look up front there? Thank you very much. Is there a way to, no. Oh, that's disappointing. I was looking for that old school, pull the cord down here. Oh, it's there. Ha! I've gotten a kick out of that little pull cord since day one, since I started to touch Ferraris back in about 2003. That little secret cord underneath the dashboard that'll pop this hood. Anyway. Almost like it's never been opened, ladies and gentlemen. I would presume that's a fancy car cover in its bag down there. Some books. Some license plate brackets and so on and so forth. If you found this video online, ladies and gents, girls and boys, you want to go to celebritycars.com and you'll be able to read about, find out its Carfax and, possible ownership history and so on and so forth via the Carfax and, has it been serviced and all these things. You can find that out on all of our cars. So make sure you go to celebritycars.com to follow up if you've ever found any of these videos first. Okay. Front's closed up. I'm going to close these doors. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you have any questions about this supercar, give us a call, 702-818-1031. It's extra special, folks. This is, if you're a collector, maybe you're overseas, I hope I've done this car justice for showing you all of its condition. Hope you appreciate it. This is just something we do here at Celebrity Cars. About 2 years ago, we had to change our business model. Those 2-minute videos just weren't working anymore. So we wanted to bring you a little closer. Maybe we're in competition with one you see in Chicago somewhere. And I hope you appreciate the detail. Don't be afraid to call us and ask any more questions. We'll see you next time.